What if everything you thought you knew about your family, your past, even yourself, was just, well, a carefully constructed lie?
That's a heavy thought to start with.
It is. And today we're doing a deep dive into exactly that kind of scenario, using excerpts from John Hart's novel, The King of Lies.
Right. Our mission here is to really peel back the layers of this dark family saga. It's a part murder mystery, part journey of self-discovery.
And we want to pull out some, surprising insights about human nature, the justice system.
And the weight of family secrets. The goal is for you to walk away with a really well-informed perspective on these hidden currents that, well, shape all our lives in ways we might not even realize.
Okay, so let's jump in. The story really kicks off with our protagonist, Pickens. He's a lawyer.
And he's clearly feeling this strain of the justice system.
Yeah, the book opens with him counseling a client who's just gotten life without parole. You immediately get this sense of his disillusionment, his cynicism.
He has that line, "It's the time that does you."
Mm.
Just a really bleak take on the system he's a part of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sets the stage perfectly. He's already grappling with this professional, maybe existential fatigue.
And then, boom, his world just gets completely turned upside down.
The news about his father.
Shocking news. His powerful, estranged father, Ezra Pickens, found dead.
And the details.
Yeah.
They're pretty grim, almost cinematic, like you said.
Yeah, mostly skeletal remains, found inside this long-abandoned pet store. Nature's own Pets and Exotica.
In a mall, of all places, a Salisbury mall.
And the really unsettling part? Work himself is brought in to witness the scene. To see his father like that.
How did they even identify him?
It was his watch. A self-winding watch that stopped 36 hours after his last movement. That's how they pinned down the time frame, roughly.
And the cause of death?
Shot. Twice in the head.
Oof. And Work's reaction? It's not simple grief, is it?
Not at all. It's this really fascinating mix. The source describes long quiescent rage, but also this bizarre feeling.
What feeling?
That this skeleton was the most human his father had ever seemed to him.
Wow. That's complex.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's not just about a conflicted son, right? It says something profound about how trauma can warp your perception. Makes you wonder if clarity, for Work anyway, was only possible once that power dynamic was completely shattered, even by death itself.
That's a really powerful way to put it. Like, he's seeing him clearly for the first time without that suffocating influence.
And this discovery, this whole event, it immediately sends Work scrambling.
To check on his sister Jean.
Exactly. The novel really paints a picture of her struggling, especially since their mother died. Describes her pale skin and haunted eyes, her expression being hard to pin down.
You feel his concern for her. It's palpable.
And it's complicated by her housemate, Alex. Work really dislikes Alex.
Yeah, he calls Alex rough-edged, a threat, someone who's poisoned the family well. You immediately start wondering about Alex's role in all this.
It raises questions about influence and vulnerability, especially within a family already dealing with so much grief.
And Jean herself. Her emotional state seems so raw. There's that scene in the restaurant.
Oh, where she flips off the college students?
Yeah, it's such a visceral image of someone just unraveling.
And then she says that line to Work. That gut punch.
About their father.
Yeah. That he died for me on the same night as Mom.
Chilling. What does that even mean? It hints at something much deeper, doesn't it?
It screams it. It connects everything back to the mother's death. We learned it was officially a tragic fall down the stairs.
But there's more to it.
Oh, much more. There's this shocking memory Work has of Ezra putting a gun in his mother's face.
On the same night she supposedly fell.
The very same night.
Yeah.
And the same night Ezra disappeared.
So it wasn't just a fall, or at least that's the implication.
The implication is huge. It links that past trauma directly, inextricably, to this present murder investigation. It turns the whole thing into less of a whodunit.
And more of an excavation, digging up buried family secrets.
Exactly. And amidst all this family chaos, Work's own life is also kind of a mess.
His marriage to Barbara.
Right. Barbara seems completely focused on appearances, social standing.
The salon perfect hair, the most expensive dress.
Yeah, all that surface stuff. But it starkly contrasts with what seems like a really empty marriage.
Work has this brutal realization, doesn't he, about the lukewarm marriage and a handful of shiny nickels he felt he'd traded his life for.
It's a harsh self-assessment. And it's an insight, really, into how easily we can compromise ourselves for, status or money, only to find ourselves feeling bankrupt emotionally.
The novel uses that whole old money versus new money dynamic in Salisbury, too.
Yeah, embodied by Barbara's social circle like Glenna Worcester. It underscores that idea of the illusion of success.
Okay, so the investigation starts properly. Who comes onto the scene?
You've got District Attorney Douglas. He's actually a strained friend of Work's, which adds another layer of tension.
And the lead investigator.
Detective Mills, described as tough. And their first move is significant.
What do they do?
They focus immediately on Ezra's client files.
Yeah.
Extensive files.
Ah, so that raises the attorney-client privilege issue right away.
Instantly. And it's more than just a legal hurdle in the plot. It feels thematic.
How so?
Well, it forces Work, who's already disillusioned with the law, to confront the same ethical lines his father likely blurred constantly. That conflict between legal duty and finding the actual truth.
That's a great point. And Work himself gets fixated on something specific.
The gun. His father's gun.
The one he remembers from the night his mother died. He needs to find it.
It feels like it's not just about the murder weapon for Ezra. It's about unlocking the truth of his mother's death, his past.
Does he find it?
Not initially. He finds a hidden safe first, under loose floorboards in Ezra's office.
Okay, progress.
Well, sort of. He can't get it open. Tries every significant date, number, nothing. The safe is just hidden, silent, and unbreakable.
Almost symbolic of the family secrets themselves.
Exactly. It mirrors his struggle to access the truth.
And while he's struggling with the safe, the police investigation, it starts pointing towards him.
Yeah, Detective Mills' suspicion really zeroes in on Work, especially after something happens at Work's home.
The fall down the stairs.
Right, which he only later finds out wasn't an accident at all. It was an intent on his life.
Making him look even more suspicious, presumably.
Absolutely. His alibi, which involves Barbara, is seen as flimsy. They dismiss it pretty quickly.
So they search his place.
His home, his office. Yeah, they're definitely considering him a primary suspect. It shows how fast the system can turn on you, when circumstances look bad.
And then comes the bombshell about the will.
Oh, yeah. This changes everything. Clarence Hambley, Ezra's attorney, drops the news.
What's in the will?
Turns out Ezra was, quote, stinking rich. And just a week before he died.
He changed the will.
He changed it to disinherit Jean completely and left a staggering $15 million directly to Work.
15 million? Wow. Okay, that's motive. Big time.
Huge motive. It immediately puts both Work and Jean under intense scrutiny. Why cut Jean out? Why give it all to Work right before dying?
Loads of questions, but then the investigation gets a nudge from an unexpected source.
Right. Max Creason, this eccentric park walker character.
A park walker. Sounds a bit convenient.
It might seem that way, but he provides a really crucial piece of information.
What did he see?
He saw someone ditching something into a storm drain near that Salisbury Mall. Late at night, around the time Ezra disappeared.
And Work hears about this.
Yes, and he immediately connects the dots. The storm drain.
Yeah.
Near the mall where Ezra was found.
The murder weapon.
That's what Work thinks. That the killer dumped the gun there. It's one of those moments where a seemingly random detail becomes the key.
So as Work is trying to find the gun and clear his name, the truth starts unraveling elsewhere, too. About Alex.
Yes, Hank Robbins, Work's PI friend, does some digging.
Yeah.
And what he finds about Alex is disturbing.
Her real identity isn't Alex Shifton.
No. Her real name is Virginia Temple.
And her past.
It's horrifying. When she was just 14, she killed her own father, set him on fire, seriously injured her mother, too.
My God.
And the report said she showed no emotion, zero remorse.
Where did she meet Jean?
At Charter Hills, a psychiatric lockup.
Okay, this completely shifts things. Work must immediately suspect Alex killed Ezra.
It becomes his primary theory. That Alex manipulated Jean, killed Ezra, maybe to solidify her control over Jean, maybe for money, we don't know her exact motive yet, and then tried to frame Work for it.
It's a terrifying possibility, the level of manipulation.
It really makes you question the nature of evil, the impact of trauma.
And then, amidst all this, Jean tries to kill herself again.
Her third attempt. Work finds her after she slits her wrists. It's devastating.
What does he do?
In this incredibly desperate, vulnerable moment, he tells her he loves her, tries to protect her by revealing Alex's past.
How does Jean react?
Badly. She's distressed, pushes him away, rejects him. It just highlights the immense pain they're both carrying.
So Work is feeling rejected, desperate. What's his next move?
He goes to the storm drain, the one Max Creason mentioned. Driven by everything, Jean, Alex, his father, his mother.
Does he find the gun?
He does. Down in that dark tunnel, he finds Ezra's gun. Confirmation.
The murder weapon.
Yes. And holding that gun, standing on a bridge afterwards, he has this incredibly dark moment.
He considers using it himself.
He considers suicide. He says he finally understands Jean's attempts. It's a rock-bottom moment.
But he doesn't go through with it.
No. He experiences what the book calls his bounce.
A bounce?
Yeah, like hitting bottom and bouncing back up. A moment of profound clarity. He chooses life, finds this new strength, a determination.
That's a massive turning point, not just surviving, but actively choosing to live differently.
It speaks volumes about resilience, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That sometimes hitting the absolute depths is what allows you to finally see the way up. It's about reclaiming agency.
Finding strengths from within, not from outside circumstances.
Precisely. And right after this bounce, this moment of clarity, he finally gets into that safe.
Ah, the unbreakable safe. What's inside?
Not just documents, a hidden camcorder. Video footage, revealing Barbara having an affair with his father, Ezra.
No, his wife and his father.
Yes. It confirms Ezra's deep-seated manipulation, but also Barbara's complicity in all the deceit.
The layers of betrayal are just staggering.
And it leads to the final confrontation.
He confronts Barbara.
Yes. And it escalates. She ends up holding him at gunpoint.
And confesses.
She confesses everything. Killing Ezra. Because he was going to end the affair and change the will again this time in a way that would cut her out financially. The inheritance she was counting on getting through work.
So it was about the money and the affair.
Greed and fear of abandonment. But there's more.
More betrayal.
She also admits she was the one who pushed Work down the stairs and shot him.
Why?
Because he was leaving her for someone else, Vanessa. It was pure, ruthless desperation.
Unbelievable. What happens then?
Work gets shot by Barbara in the confrontation, but he survives.
And Barbara.
Mills arrests her. Later, during interrogation, she apparently becomes incoherent, just broken.
Does Mills finally believe Work?
Yes, and she actually offers him a rare, genuine apology for suspecting him initially.
Does she have a theory about how Barbara planned it all?
She lays it all out. How Barbara meticulously planned Ezra's murder for money and fear. But Mills adds a complex twist to Ezra's final actions.
Regarding the will.
Yeah, Mills thinks Ezra's last attempt to change the will, setting up a trust for potential future children with Barbara as executor, wasn't just about cutting Barbara off, but was actually Ezra's twisted way of trying to protect Work.
Protect him? How?
By giving Barbara control over the money indirectly as an executor for hypothetical kids, rather than giving it to Work outright, where Barbara might have a more direct financial motive against him, trying to manipulate things even from the grave.
Still manipulative, even in death. That fits Ezra perfectly.
It shows his enduring nature, absolutely.
So after all this horror and betrayal, where does this leave Work and Jean? Can they possibly heal?
There's a really moving scene where Work apologizes to Jean, truly apologizes.
What does she say?
He tells her he failed her, failed to protect her, didn't have enough faith in her. He finally acknowledges Ezra's campaign against both of them.
How does Jean respond?
With incredible clarity. She tells Work he was never meant to be a lawyer like his father, that he's different, a dreamer with a big heart.
That's beautiful.
And she says Ezra saw that difference as a threat and waged a kind of war against him to control him. It's a moment where their bond really starts to heal. Work begins to accept his past wasn't about malice, but about trauma.
That's huge. Acceptance is key.
It opens the door to forging a new, more honest relationship between them.
And what about Vanessa, the woman he was leaving Barbara for?
He goes to her, confesses everything, his struggles, his feelings, and despite all the hurt and complexity,
They find a way forward.
they do. It symbolizes Work finally choosing his own path, his own values, his own life.
Because he makes some big life changes.
Fundamental changes. He leaves the law entirely, sells off Ezra's properties.
What about the money? The $15 million.
He gives Jean a significant chunk, $800,000, so she can buy a cabin she wanted on Lake Champlain. A fresh start for her, too.
And for himself.
He uses his share to restore an old place called Stolen Farm. He lives there with Vanessa. Finds real peace, real purpose, completely outside that inherited toxic world.
A completely new beginning.
Yeah, he even adopts a dog named Bone. It's all about him finally achieving this authentic existence, what the novel calls precious clarity, free from his father's shadow at last.
Wow. What a journey. We've really walked through a labyrinth today. Family trauma, lies, deceit, the long shadow of this powerful, manipulative man.
We have, and Work's path, from being sort of an unwitting participant in his family's drama to becoming this self-aware agent of his own life, it's just a powerful testament to resilience, to the human spirit's ability to seek truth, even when it's incredibly painful.
So thinking about Work's story, what does it tell us about those invisible burdens? The weight of what our families expect or the legacies we inherit? And what kind of courage does it take to actually break free?
It makes you wonder, doesn't it? How do you, listening right now, find your own version of that precious clarity when life gets complicated, especially when family history casts those long shadows?
And maybe consider this. Even when you're facing the deepest betrayals, the most deeply buried truths, is there always a path to freedom? To finding your authentic self, even if digging it all up is incredibly painful?
What secret may be buried in your own life? If you finally unearthed it, finally confronted it, what profound transformation might that lead to? What kind of liberation could be on the other side?